This week in our weekly Top 5 Wildest Tesla Stories, we'll tell you about Tesla course correcting on at least one part of its yoke steering with a new design. I'll also tell you why Tesla is monitoring seat position abusers and putting them in a timeout of sorts. Plus, Elon offers a 19-year-old cash to take down his Twitter account that tracks his flights. You won't believe some of the exchange between the savvy teenager and the world's richest person. All that and more starts right now. Let's start with the yoke steering because, of course, a lot of you let me know how you really felt about it when we did our Refresh Model S video. Now, I will say just about every owner we've talked to says that they love the yoke and can't see themselves ever going back. But the horn placement being a small button, that's a whole different story most can't get used to.
You know, it's not raised, so your hand has to go to the exact right spot at the right time. I don't understand why the horn is not here. This little button makes no sense for a horn.
So over the past couple months, Tesla sent a software update to the cars so you can honk the horn by just covering your hand over the controls. But if you thought that wasn't a good enough fix, here's some better news. According to an owner on the Tesla Motors Reddit page, he spotted this Model S with a sticker that reads, "Airbag horn enabled" on the new yoke of the Model S and X. Of course, the horn and the turn signals have been the most requested changes to the yoke, and it looks like at least the horn will be going back to the traditional center area sooner than later on those cars. And up next, since we're on the topic of steering wheels, or maybe no steering at all, one of the interesting lines that came from Tesla's Q4 earnings call a few days ago.
I would be shocked if we do not achieve full self-driving safer than a human this year. I would be shocked. Frankly, being safer than a human is a low standard. People are very often distracted, tired, texting. So it's remarkable that we don't have more accidents.
Of course, Tesla's FSD suite has been in development for years now, and Elon had even said he expected it to be feature complete by the end of 2020. Now, Tesla is fine-tuning the software with real-world users and 60,000 active beta testers. Full self-driving just got a recent price bump from $10,000 to $12,000, which honestly makes it a huge investment now and maybe even out of reach for a lot of people. Of course, this makes the subscription model a lot more attractive now. This price increase also didn't come with any improvements or new feature to the general population of FSD users. So maybe this is just another indication that Tesla believes full self-driving is near completion. Up next, Tesla launched a new product in its merch store in China, and surprise, surprise, it sold out in an hour. It was so popular that it crashed Tesla's website for a few hours. But a few thousand lucky Tesla owners in China plopped down almost $200 for the wireless Tesla mic. The Tesla mic was added to the shop at the same time as a release of KTV, a popular Chinese karaoke app that dropped in the latest software update to owners in China. For exactly $188, you get 2 Tesla mics with each purchase, and according to Tesla's description, the mic pairs automatically with the system and it comes equipped with a few sound modes to help out the singer. It can also be used outside vehicles. Tesla posted a video demonstration of the software update released on its official Weibo account. No word on if this mic is going to be offered outside of China, but last week we told you that Tesla filed for a trademark for audio devices here in the US. So maybe there is more to it. Next, probably my favorite story of this week. Elon offers a 19-year-old with a popular Twitter account tracking his flight info a chunk of cash if he deletes it. And you won't believe how much Elon offered. Of course, tracking and sharing Elon's travel info can be a major security issue. But before I get there, I do want to tell you about today's sponsor, StartMail. Now, I'm not sure if Elon uses StartMail, but he probably should because they're all about protecting your safety and security. A lot of email users think all emails are safe and free, but the reality is big email companies are data hoarders, and you're really paying with the personal information found in your email. Big tech and email companies make millions by selling your personal info, and you probably don't even know about it. I recently started using StartMail because their mission is straightforward. Keep the private information in my email private. It does that by allowing every email to be encrypted, even if the recipient doesn't use encryption. And just like a lot of us, I also have medical, personal, and business info all within my emails. And what's cool about StartMail is that it supports my privacy values. You get unlimited anonymous aliases, and it protects your main email address from spam and phishing attacks. It It was also pretty seamless switching to StartMail because you can transfer all of your current email data. There's no starting from scratch. Go to startmail.com/KimJava for 50% off your first year. Again, go to the link in my description for 50% off the first year. Now back to the story about Elon and the popular Twitter account at Elon Jet. So the account tracks Elon's private jet using publicly available data, and it is run by a 19-year-old college student and a viewer of this channel by the name of Jack Sweeney. At Elon Jet has over 160,000 followers and is a constant source of Elon Musk's whereabouts. Almost every single day of the week, you'll find a tweet with the tracking data of Elon's private jet takeoff and landing locations and estimated times of arrival and so on. And recently, Elon commented on a post by Tesla enthusiast Sawyer Merritt, where Merritt had mentioned Elon's travel plans for the week, saying, yeah, unfortunately, this is becoming a security issue. So it turns out the college student, Jack Sweeney, was actually contacted by Elon in a direct message late last year, and Elon even offered Sweeney some cash to delete his account. Elon messaged Sweeney out of the blue asking, can you take this down? It's a security risk. To which Sweeney replied, yes, I can, but it will cost you a Model 3. Only joking, of course. Musk then responded saying, I don't love the idea of being shot by a nutcase. The exchange began on December 1st with Elon wanting to know the details of how Sweeney set up the bots and what he earned by operating them. When Sweeney told Elon where he was aggregating the data from, Elon responded, air traffic control is so primitive.
You think he's going to try to sue you or something, or what's going to happen?
I don't know. He got further blocking with his plane a further step, but I can still track it. So how far it goes from here, but I can still track the plane.
He can put a rocket into space. He can create a self-driving car. And forgive me, but a 19-year-old college freshman can track his private jet. How does that work?
Sweeney then explained that Elon's plane was on a FAA block list, but he gathers data from another source that doesn't block FAA data. Elon offered Sweeney $5,000 to delete the account and, quote, make it slightly harder for crazy people to track me. Sweeney replied, sounds doable. Any chance you can up that to $50,000 would be great support in college and would possibly allow me to get a car and maybe even a Model 3. Would love to help. Sweeney says Elon didn't respond again until just a few weeks ago, with Elon ending the conversation by saying, it doesn't feel right to pay to shut this down. Earlier in January, Sweeney did tweet this. While Elon Jet hasn't come down, I've warned of it. We need to remember to keep our boundaries. If we don't, it may have to come down or may forcibly be taken down. Elon Jet was started to track business moves, not to have people ambush Elon at airports. So there is so much to take of it here, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have different thoughts on this. I'm curious to hear what your take is down below, and I'm sort of proud of Elon for not giving into what seems almost like a bit of extortion and paying up the $50,000 that Sweeney asked for. Fascinating story nonetheless, and Sweeney does have other Twitter accounts that follow the flights of Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and even Air Force One. Next, check out this story. Apparently, Tesla is actively monitoring how often you adjust your seat position and will disable controls for so-called chronic abusers. I think a lot of us were surprised when Elon tweeted that Tesla decided to remove lumbar support from passenger seats because data showed passengers in Teslas rarely even use their lumbar. But now, according to Tesla hacker at Green the Only, Tesla has added a seat abuser metric as well. According to Green, if you move the seat too much, you'll get a message that pops up on the display saying excessive use of seat track motor detected and seat track motor unavailable due to excessive use. Green didn't say what the threshold was to receive these messages, but he says if you ignore them, Tesla will even go as far as to disable the controls and put you in a seat adjustment timeout of sorts. The message then pops up saying, wait 5 minutes to adjust the seat position again. So according to the website Drive Tesla Canada, This might actually be a result of Tesla seeing an increased trend in damage or failure of seat motors, and maybe this is just an attempt to keep warranty costs down. Green also learned that a new seat vendor is providing the Model 3 and Model Y front seats now, a German supplier by the name Bros. Alright guys, that's all we got for this week's Top 5 Weekly segment, and if you enjoyed this video or learned something new, please always drop us a like as it helps this channel out a lot, and be sure that you are subscribed as we have entertaining and insightful videos just like this one dropping every single week. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.